Ah, man. This is my friend. Looks. I left Cuba in my bones. This is the idea. Oh man. When you create the piece is different than you. You are the creator, but she has his own life, and you need to listen her. Hey, it's simple, like when you in love. The creation is similar to the woman. She's demanding. Hey, listen to me, look at me again. She's very jealous. When you first time you listen the voice, what happened? Oh my goodness, I am crazy. I listen to somebody here. But no, it's your own voice. Touch him, move in this way, move in the other way. When you listen the first time and you listen again, you move. And it's smooth, and you feel very comfortable. My name is Carlos Luna. I'm an artist. I born in Cuba in 1969. The revolution is in 1959. Fidel having the power. Fidel is the boss. He's the dictator. I grew up in San Luis. It's a very small town. He's a very proud people. For me, is the very strong influence. I think give me the very strong spirit, because the time when I was a child, it was a very happy time. I grew up very close to my two grandmothers. Was a very strong two woman, very sweet, but very strong woman. I think both empower me, my soul, all the time. When my grandmother died, we suffered a lot of tragedy. My parents broken the relation, and all my life transformed in very difficult situation. At the same time, I wake up to the Cuban reality. My father take his own choice when he was a young man and support the revolution, but I take other choice. My father, for many time, we confront idea, but in some time I understand my father protect me. I was a very angry young man. You need to be careful because your life is in the border and your reality is in the border all the time. When you say whatever small idea confront to the government, you have big problem. I make some series about Jose Marti when I was studying. Marti is the big master about the Cuba heritage. We need more Martis. I moved Marti to the warrior guys. I put angry, I put him strong. This piece the government don't like. Thanks God, in some particular moment, a very good teacher or friend, hey, I need to talk to you in private. Be careful, because you in the border line now. Now I reflect about that because I remember my grandmother. When I was a child, someday she told me, when you grow up, you need to go out to this country and never come back. Promise me. Why? Your future is not here. You need to go out for this country. And you told about this history, this memory. This is important that people know what happened here. In 2 weeks, I prepare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I draw in 13 pieces. I need to say the very clear messages. This guy is the responsibility about the disaster. I need to ready to kill him all the time, confront him. This guy don't respect the free life. This guy don't respect the other people, and I don't respect him and his idea and his process and his system, ideology. I am ready to kill all the idea about this guy, because this guy broken the family, broken the country, broken the human condition, broken the free life. I take the decision to leave Cuba. The opportunity come with me, in particular from Mexico, because some art dealer, he prepare everything. Of course, I was alone. I was very young, 20 years. No mom, no pa, no brothers, no sister, no uncle, nobody. He was strong for me, but I believe in all my capacity. My first exhibition in Mexico City, the gallery La Casita. I lived in some hotel in the corner, and I stayed in this hotel for 2 months and working in this area every day. It's a very nice area, and I am in love with Mexico City because in this area you have everything. Beautiful museum, beautiful restaurant, very nice people. Of course, I come from Cuba. This area was a very nice area, and my mind flying. This is for me. This is the perfect place for create my life. When I talked to my grandmother, all the time we talked about free life, about the free person, free soul. But in my first time here, I feel the same. I saw, oh, the idea is possible. I'm in control. I made my first exhibition in this country. Nobody know nothing about me, but I make this life. I don't know. It's incredible because in this first time I met to Claudia, and everything transformed. Everything.
Of course.
Yeah. You know.
I had just met Carlos. He was working with an aunt. She was an art dealer, Magala. Incredible woman. And then I'm spending the weekend in Mexico City. And there was this Cuban artist, El Cubano. And my aunt says, so I organized this exhibition for El Cubano. Let's go see it. And I say, okay, sure, let's do it. And I don't think I was expecting much or anything or nothing in particular. But when I entered the gallery, I was totally taken aback. The room was full with drawings, and the drawings were very strong drawings. Fantastic. Today I realize they are fantastic drawings.
Oh, yeah. And you meet me.
Of course you were there. Noisy as ever. But in the drawings, you could see there were like body parts, like crucified, hanging, dripping blood. It was a very, very strong shock or to realize this and to see this. And then I was walking around the galleries, couldn't even breathe or speak or talk about or opinion, nothing would come out of me. And then they asked me, what do you think? He asked me, what do you think? Aren't they great?
But you try to understand, and many times you told me, what happened here?
Why?
Why? I tell her, you don't need to understand nothing. You need to feel everything.
And I could feel too much with those in that gallery full of.
And she feels scary in that moment, but she loved.
Yes, I think I liked to be scared with you. I still do.
When I met Claudia, I understand. I don't know what happened with this beautiful lady, but This is my home. This is my woman. This is my wife. This is my girlfriend. She's everything for me. Mr. Seo John is the very emblematic piece of political work because I inspired in the Benvenuto Cellini sculpture, the Perseus. I create the young Cuban man, take the Fidel head like a Medusa and cut his head. The name is Mr. Seo John for American people don't understand Mr. Seo John, but when you read in Spanish, it's Mr. Cojones. Mr. Cojones is the big boss, is the guy, have the strong character, the strong decision, and turn off the dictator.
Carlos officially is not part of the Cuban history of art, and also in July 11, if people, because of going out to the street to say Patria y Vida, they get 20 years in jail. What can we expect for Carlos to have pieces with Fidel's head chopped off, or a Guajiro peeing Fidel's head on top of a tray?
I can't come back to Cuba because I feel scary about my life. I know the system. I know if I come back to Cuba, Cuba ready to prepare everything for put me in jail or kill me or whatever. Oh, looks there. This is for some sculpture. For example, looks. And of course, born my daughter Camila and changed everything. I was painted black and white in Cuba. When Camila born, I take all the colors and put in my canvas. I feel in the sky. She transforms everything. Now I go into my future. Now I go into my free life. I became a father. I understand my father. You protect your son. Nobody, what is the price? But my father give me a strong treasure. You need to believe in you and your idea, and you need to support your idea or your life. The price is not important, but your idea is important. Your sample, your stand-up is important. It's not about if other people listen or appreciate your stand-up. It's only about you. And my father paid his own price. It's difficult, emotional, difficult situation because I like to saw my father. It's my father. I come from my father many times when I was a young guy. But
Now I am father. I have 3 children. I like when we celebrate my children's birthday, my father come and give a hug, a kiss, and enjoy his grandchildren. Is a little treasure when you have a family, a little moment. But I have my own idea, my own choice, my free feeling and idea and my project. Someday my father said me, hey, please stay in peace. It's not important if you and me give a hug again. The most important is your stand up in your idea, in your proposal, in your career. You have a family. You need to respect your family, your future. My father for 45 years never said me, I love you. I understand my father feels scary because he feels scary lose his son.
Ah, man. This is my friend. Looks. I left Cuba in my bones. This is the idea. Oh man. This is my best portrait, my self-portrait. I moved from Cuba in my bones. And I need to put new shoes and take my proposal, and I believe in my hand and in my mind, and the rooster singing again. And I told to the world about my heritage, my Cuban heritage. Same, my friend. This guy and me have a lot of history. Gracias. We was the exhibition in Chicago, and some client, he's a lawyer, and he told me, what do you think about your future? My future? I'm going to be an incredible artist, more than now. Yeah, but you live in Mexico. You think you are the best? If you are in the best, you need to stay in the best place for your work. Yeah. Oh, like if you are the champion bat, you need to play with Yankees in New York, Boston. You need to very good team. Oh. I suffered security problem in Mexico.
When he was visiting a gallery at a Mayo exhibition, some robbers armed came, and it was a nasty episode.
This problem changed everything and pushed my idea to move to the United States. But the first reason was only professional, because I saw clear I need to move to United States. And other artists close to me, older than me, Carlos, you need to move. It's the moment. You are in the perfect age. Your career grew up. You need to move. In the past, you go to Paris. Now you need to move from United States. It's the moment. And many times in my life, I like to listen other voice. I have, yo no sé si es la palabra correcta, consiglieri o consejeros
Advisors
o advisor. Hey, this is the best for you. And I listen.
And no, we didn't have anything for sure.
No. I take my risk, my own risk. Of course, many people say, really? Really? You moved from United States? You have everything here. You became a king. You are a princess. You receive money.
A princess? No, maybe that. A prince.
A prince. You are a prince. You're going to be a king very soon. I need to start again. Because I can feel comfortable. This is the third reason. She know. The 2-3, como en los últimos 3 años, the last 2-3 years, I feel uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. It's incredible. But I listen my body. I listen my soul.
Yes, when you feel comfortable, it's time to move. Yeah. It's time to move to a place where you're not comfortable. And it's like that all
this time,
through life.
I told to this lawyer, and in this time happened the insecurity situation. And I listen the voice, I need to move. And I remember my grandmother. What is the future for your family? And oh my goodness, I think I born in Cuba. We stay now in Mexico, but I think it's better for my future and the future from my family in United States.
Carlos says, I was about to say our first, and yes, it was our first show in United States. Was in Miami in a gallery. I was very nervous. It was in 1993. But when I entered the gallery and I saw the paintings on the wall, I felt I was at home. So Miami seemed good. We had friends here, so it made sense. And I think it was the right choice.
Miami is North Havana. You have the United States law. You find all Latin American here in order by the law.
Yeah,
particular,
it's
and everything functional.
It's cool to be a Latin in Miami. It's perfect. We love Miami.
It's the perfect example what happens when you have law, because all the Latin American people move in the right way. God very generous, because many years I put all my family in United States. I feel proud.
Well, everyone but your dad.
Yeah, but this is other history.
Yes.
I can't see my father for a long time. The Cuban government don't give me the permission for combat, and don't give the permission him to visit me. Maybe someday give me the permission, but I understand the price. Maybe I can move out again, and I put in peace my feeling about that. I told to my father someday, and he said, hey, don't make nothing crazy. You have a family.
Yeah, it's very hard.
You have a future. I am an old man. I feel proud. Stay with your family. Don't turn around. Don't come here. Please. Please. It's hard. I like to show my father again, but I understand maybe it's one of the price.
It's not easy to understand for everybody, but we work like this. Yeah. So I do one thing, and when I am missing a chunk, then Carlos does it, and then I do everything but paint. And still, when I have people from a museum or a collector, I tell them, because we paint like this and we varnish like this, but because we work together in everything.
Sometimes I think we see the result and then we walk backwards.
Backwards, exactly.
To get it.
Exactly.
We know where we want to be. And we have like different goals. So we want a book. I remember the first book we printed. Carlos really wanted to have a book.
In 1995, the Amparo Museum gave me the opportunity for the solo show, and we make the first catalog for.
So we didn't have money, and we started raising money because Carlos he saw his book and he wanted to have the book. And that's how we have made most of everything.
But we don't know nothing about making books.
Well, now we know a little.
But ese no es el límite, ese no es el muro para que no lo haga.
Yeah, that's not the reason not to make a book.
It's fun. We have our days as everyone, but we have our spaces, and then we work together, and then we close the door, we leave, and we go home, and we don't talk about business. He tries to all the time, but I say the office is closed, and...
Yeah, we have a secret. The secret is dialogue. All the time. We talk all the time. And we, no es que lo arreglamos, pero creamos acuerdos, hacemos como una conversación.
we make arrangements, and then when we break them, we make new ones. We don't kill each other for breaking them.
Their work is very complicated space, and you listen a lot of of sophisticated people. Oh, you need to this, you need to make that, or you need to, no, this is wrong. Don't make this painting again. You need to show this and that. Oh, for example, don't paint in this style, but this is my voice. You need to show this painting or this artist is trending now. Yeah, but this is not my voice.
Yeah, or like galleries, they want
because
more
the
women.
gallery need to sell.
Of course,
I
more
understand.
women, more roosters,
or whatever.
some elephants and some horses. But they don't want Fidels dripping blood. But it's something beyond Carlos.
You need to believe. It's incredible because many times the art dealers, the curator, your painting is very dramatic. Your artwork is very dramatic. It's conflict problem. Okay. You need to paint some light images. Oh, your painting now is so happy.
It's too happy.
It's too happy. I am happy, man. I find some conflict. I am conflict man now too. The only point here is I paint my life. I paint my feel. I paint my everyday. And this is the only important reason.
And he doesn't want, the truth is he doesn't want to please anyone. He just does what he has to do. There's something that I find quite interesting. See how I gave you the recipe to make mole? Carlos does not have a recipe. And it's interesting, because when you see one of Carlos's pieces, like you said, I know which ones are your pieces, because you've seen them, you recognize, you see another one and you know it's Carlos. But he doesn't have a recipe. And many times when he's working, when he's painting, I said, and now you're doing the lights, the darks, you're sanding, and he always changes the recipe. The product is his, it's real, but he's not like a linear or a recipe kind of artist.
Because I need to listen the painting. He has his own life. Sometimes, maybe in the last painting, I take this solution, but in the new painting, in the same technique, the painting demands, no, this is not for me. And we need to find new solution. But this is the life. The only you need is you need to believe you in your idea and persist in your idea. And you need to be ready to die for your idea. This is the free life. This is the free choice. You need to ready to die for your idea, for your free life. This painting is one of my most strong statements about my freedom life. I take the decision, the choice. We confronted it and stand up in my freedom life. When you confront the dead and you talk to the dead and say, hey, I know someday I'm going to confront you and stay alive, but I stay alive in the freedom way. In many times in my life, I find some different person inspiring me. Jose Marti,
Antonio Maceo, Muhammad Ali. Some people inspire me to make the difference, because this guy was ready to die for his idea. For me, this is a very strong statement for the life. My life has the very strong statement about I am ready to die for my idea, for my freedom life.
He has a very clear mind and where he wants to go. And he decided that it was a good idea to work with museums. And we have worked very hard to achieve this. And I can tell you one that I remember especially. We were working with a curator, a German curator, Anna Graf-Neal, an amazing woman. She could see inside of the work. And she proposed that we showed along with their collection of Picasso ceramics. I remember when she told us, we were like, oh yes, yeah, that would be a great idea. But when we were in the car together, we said, what? We're showing with Picasso. And this is amazing, this is crazy. It was an extraordinary exhibition. They ended up giving us the whole floor, the top floor, like all of the halls. It was
gallery.
Yeah, 5 galleries.
Huge gallery.
Huge galleries. The work looked fantastic, and it was amazing.
I believe this is a free country. Give you the opportunity to a free man. When I say free man, I talk about the human people. You have the possibility to grow up and live in liberty. I never feel free totally in my life before live here. I understand the country has a lot of problems. What country don't have problem? What person don't have problem? But if you ask me, what other country do you suggest for live? I repeat again, USA. I traveling a lot. When I come back here, thanks God, I'm home. United States is my home. It's my country. It's my house. It's my kingdom. It's my family. Why God give me the life? I don't know. But I understand He give me a lot of treasure. I need to use this treasure. I need to be responsible about this treasure. And I need to talk about that. I think the treasure is I express myself in this way. I need to express who I am. For me, this is a treasure. For me, this is a very important and strong gift. I don't feel scared about the death. I enjoy the life. And the death maybe don't like. But in the middle, I need to dance. I need to smile. I need to talk about what beauty is the life.
echar mis versos del alma. Y antes de morir yo quiero echar mis versos del alma. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. No me pongan en los
He's the best partner. ¿Verdad, Polla?
a morir como un
Hey, Chapi.
traidor.
Say hello.
No me
Say hello.
pongan en los oscuros a morir como un traidor.
Ay.
Yo soy bueno y como bueno moriré de cara al sol. Yo soy bueno y como bueno moriré de cara al sol. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. El arroyo de la sierra